Hi everyone, this is Ben and I'm going to share with you on a video with regards to a virus called meningitis.
Reference from Google. Explanation from Google.
This is a virus that is airborne and it may be around us to everywhere around the world, and it can affect you very badly. So let me share with you on the parts that I went through myself, from hospitalization all the way to discharge, all the way to today, which is approximately, I think, can use by 3 years and counting. I'm just glad that I wanted to share and how I have been going through, and I hope you guys can benefit from it. Okay, this is not how it goes. Okay, it'll be probably break up into 4 parts of this video, which will be part 1, which I'll be sharing with you guys what and how this bacteria meningitis got into me and hit me badly. Okay, part 2 is what kind of treatment that I actually obtained from the hospital itself. Okay, then part 3, which will be what are the things that I do after a lot of readings and many readings and to get myself priorities just to get discharged. Part 4 is continuously of doing things that you need to do to get yourself better. Okay, which is, I hope that all these things that you shared will brighten up your day. It give you your motivation to recovery routes. Okay, hi. We're gonna go through the part 1. So it's just how I got the virus or bacteria, you can call it. Okay, so it happens approximately 3 weeks after my overseas holidays. Okay, so it's, let's say if you talk about it's the first of the month, so you'll be probably on the 20th day of the month that I came back from overseas and I was ill. Okay, what kind of symptoms did I have when I got ill? It's a very normal symptoms like a fever, a flu, but usually a fever. Okay, it's a fever that I got it and I feel very bad. My fever temperature is very high. So as usual, you're just gonna visit your doctors, your nearest doctors that you have, get a medication, get a medical leave, get back home, get medication, top it, drink it, get to sleep. Correct? That's what we always do. So, but 2 days has passed and I don't feel very well. What kind of symptoms that I got this time around? I don't feel well, as in like I got a very bad headache. Some people call it seizure, some people call it worse than that. I don't know, but I know that I got a very bad headache. My headache, if I can use a very simple understanding, I would just like to bang my head to the wall and get myself knocked out. It's the kind of pain that you can't control, you can't withstand it. It's just too painful for it. So you just got myself a headache. Then what I'll do from then on, that part there, I can tell very honestly, I got no recollection of it. I mean, I don't know of it. Okay, I was being told. Okay, I was being told that I took a cab myself from my home to the hospital. Okay, that's part 1. Okay, once I reached the hospital, did I do a registration or not? I also don't know. But I fainted when I reached the A&E department. That's what I was being told. Okay, so how bad was it? I leave it to you to decide. How good was it? I leave it to you to decide. How lucky? I don't know. But that's how the path I went through. That's my part 1 of how I got the virus. And if you want to ask where the virus comes from, where I get it from, it's an airborne thing. It's just like a fever. It's an airborne thing. So you doesn't know that whether when you stiff it in or it doesn't know that what. But it's definitely gonna do with food indigestion or poisoning stuff. It does nothing from there. It just does from airborne. You breathe it in. You got it. You don't got it. You're lucky enough. Hey, yes, we are coming back to part 2. It's about hospitalization and what did I receive from hospitalization and what kind of you will see me in the hospital. Okay, it just comes in this audio comes in 2019. that is a few months, probably 6 months before COVID even erupted the whole entire world. Okay, so I'm before COVID. So once I got that part, I was warded in a single ward. Take note, it's a single ward. Okay, single ward. I on a single line bed has been surrounded by machines. Okay, machines to everything. I don't know what the machines is called, but I only know some machines like to check your blood pressure, to check your heartbeat, to pump air into you and stuff like that. Okay, I'll share with you about those things later. So I am being surrounded by all these machines. The only available space for people to see is only two guys, one on the left side, one on the right side. Why is that so? Because that's how the hospital staff they operate. You know, one side is the doctor, the other side is the nurses, or the other side is the second doctor or senior doctors, you can call it. Okay, so that's how much the space that is able to for you to come and visit me. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is that before you, as a family members or friends that wanted to visit me, okay, you first have to dress up in the protective gear before you can step in. So you try to think along that way, why is it protective gear, right? So if I goes back a little bit more, I mentioned I'm a single ward, correct? My single ward is, if I can use a simple references, my single ward is like a fish tank. I'm the fish inside the tank. You are the person that's outside. So if you want to see me, you're seeing me from the outside. If you want to come in to see me, you need to change on your diving suit. So that's why the protective gear comes in, because back in that time, the doctors will be sharing my family and my friends, close friends and stuff like that, relatives as well, that it's an airborne virus, so it might be easily transmitted to somebody. So that's why if you want to come in, you have to dress up very much fully protective. I don't know what the suit is called, but I only know it's protective suits. So before you step in, so as I was sharing, I tried to joke myself around it. I'm like a circus clown inside the fish tank, doing some performing arts, and then you guys are actually standing outside and visit me or probably applaud me. So it's kind of funny, but it's kind of cute. But yes, the last thing that I'm gonna tell you, okay, you can't imagine how long I stayed in that single ward. Okay, all in all, I noticed myself that I fainted on the 2nd of July. I was awakened on the 2nd of September. So in a simple mathematicians, I actually went into coma stage for 2 months. 2 full months. That's in coma stage. That means, in other words, is that you can come and see me. I don't know. I can't respond. I don't know if I respond or not. I got no idea if I respond. Even though if I did, maybe my hands tweak a little bit. Maybe my eyes blink a little bit. I got no idea. But yes, to me, that's what I was in coma for 2 weeks. So when I goes back to the part where we say we may wrinkle our fingers, blink our eyes, you know, that's one very funny thing. I was born in the August, so July, August, September, that's where is my coma time. My family members told me that I was awakened during the period of my birthday. I was awakened during the period of birthday, and I'm gonna tell you that I got no idea if I did stay awake, but they told me that I actually responded to them. They told me that I actually did some slight movements to them, but it's back to me again. I got no idea if I did wake up. I don't know what I wake up. So it's kind of funny, but that's what your family members told you. That's what my family members told me. So it's kind of weird, it's kind of funny, but yes, that's how it happened. So that's part 2 of me. Alright, I'm now back to part 3 of my video. What are you gonna do, things to do when we are awakened from the bedside, correct? It's kind of simple. So you'll be wondering who is going to help you on to do the things, what are you going to do on the things that you can do. Okay, for me to start foremost is that as I shared earlier, I was lying on the bed for 2 months, 2 full months without movement. So all my muscles, my strength is practically all gone. So it's like back down to zero. Why? Because the very first time that I wanted to twist my body sideways, I can tell you it's whole lot of pain. I can't even move. It's so difficult to even just a turn to the side. It's like I'm not even asking you to do a twist, it's just like a turn to the side. I can't even move that part of my body when I was on the bed. So it's like practically lying flat on the bed. Seriously. No kidding. I don't like it. I hate it so much. But I'm stuck in that for a short period. I don't remember how long, but I know I'm stuck in that. So when I was on bed lying, you're gonna got nothing to do, right? So you know who's your best friend over there? My handphone. My phone is my best friend there. So my phone has been with me almost 24/7. My charger is my second best friend because I needed him. That's how it works. It's kind of funny, yes. So I've been on the phone most of the time. The first thing I did on the phone, it's not on anything on social media, it's not anything on photos, and nothing on that. But my first thing I did is I went to Google what meningitis is about, because I want to give myself a little bit more understanding as to what this virus is about, what this bacteria is about, how it affected me, how I got so badly damaged, just things like that. And I want to get answers. So that's what I wanted. So when I was a bed, that's what I do. Okay, after reading a lot of articles, you can say people shared, doctors shared, I'm not too sure, but yes, they shared, and I found common terms inside them. So I tried to use the common terms that they shared and tried to give myself an idea, what am I supposed to do? You know, what do I have to do? So that prompts me a path, a road that I can move to get myself back. That's how I do it. So the one key word that I read from all the articles that I have read through, they use the word called exercise. So what kind of exercise? It wasn't defined. They only mentioned the word exercise. So my key thing for myself is that I gotta try anything that's got to do with exercise, you know, from what jogging to swimming, sports, anything you call it. But I just gonna do that. So but back to it again. 2 months in coma, my body's not working. So even though you want to take the slightest the first step, I will never forget that first step, because I like to joke around myself is that I practically uses all the equipment that was assigned to me when I was in the hospital. That's like, oh my god, man. Yes, okay, it started with a wheelchair, okay, followed by crutches, followed by a walking stick, okay. Way before that, I'm not going to say that, because way before that is a support machine. Okay, the support machine doesn't move anywhere further than just that vicinity of your room. So started in all those. So I practically use all that thing. But I use the word but. Okay, or however, I feel that all these items that I use is a path to tell me that I am improving. Okay, it's a path that shows me that I'm improving. So I'm pretty glad that I'm using it, but I'm also pretty glad that I know that I'm improving. Why? Because you just imagine I start off with a support machine, which is a static one, a big one that holds an entire 70 kilos, 80 kilos, 100 kilos of body weight. That's the first machine. So once you are able to move yourself a little bit more, you progress it to a wheelchair. Not a good thing, I don't like it, but if you look at it from machine to wheelchair, it's a progression, correct? Then from wheelchair to crutches, isn't that an even better progression? Because why? You're no longer wheeling yourself, you're trying to move yourself with your hands and your feet. Isn't that the best thing? Then definitely the last one, nobody likes it, neither do I, but it's still a good progression. Because why? A walking stick. It's like you're telling me I'm an 80-year-old guy holding a walking stick. But let's put it another angle. Again, isn't that a progression from where I started? It's a good progression. So I try to look at things on different perspective. I learned to look at things at different perspective. That's how I start pushing myself, because every time when I started to use the wheelchair, I just hate it so much. I keep on asking, can I use a clutch? Can I use a clutch? I know I can't, but I just keep insisting I want to use the clutch. So when I started to use my first time, I had a fall. Not a bad fall, because we got nurses beside me, but I still had a fall. Okay, but subsequently, I started to move all the clutches, and I'm pretty happy. So the everyday kind of thing that tells me that I want to improve. So you got it. You see, that's how I start doing all those. Then as not to add on, You got a lot of physiotherapy programs coming along. You got a lot of medical checkup routines coming along inside the hospital because you're just awakened, so they want to be more careful with you, which I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate a lot from those my physiotherapy. I will use the word I sometimes make fun of it, make fun of her. Sorry, I make fun of her at times, but I also apologize to her as well because I told her that I want to. I don't want this program to be very dead. I want the program to be very lively. So I try to make fun of it. So I make sure that I enjoys the program that she assigned to me. So if you kind of look back at what I'm trying to share with you, right? If you realize that I try to look things on a different perspective, everything that's thrown at me, but I look at it on a different perspective. So it's like I try to make myself more happier, more livelier. Then that's how I know that I am getting nearer and nearer to my discharge date. Usually, I'm very sorry to say whatever the long tail that I have earlier, but take note, the key thing I want you to take away is that I'm moving towards the direction of my discharge day. Okay, I'm not waiting for the doctor to tell me that I'm ready to go, but I want to be the guy to tell the doctor that am I ready to go. You see that? You see the differences? So I kind of like it, the way I progress it in the hospital. A lot of many funny things that happens during my hospital days. I will use the word my nurses caught me red-handed a few times. I don't want to say those things that I did, but yes, he caught me red-handed a few times, and I give my nurses a few heart attacks a few times as well because I went missing from my bed quite a number of times, not a few times, quite a number of times. Because why? Honestly speaking, that few times or that many times that I was away from my bed is because I went for a simple walk in the hospital. So I practically work like a part-time security personnel. That I work from level 1, the front gate to the back gate, level 2, front gate, back gate, all the way up to level 5. And you'll be surprised, it's a 5 level. Okay, the front and back probably give you about 50 meters. It's not even 100 meters at all, or probably 100 meters. Okay, so you just thumbs back 5 levels, 100 meters through and fro, 200 meters for 1 level. Each 5 level is about 1 kilometer. It took me almost 2 hours to complete that route. It's no kidding factor. Yes, it took me 2 hours. But I am pretty glad because I started at 2 hours. Why did I say that? Again, positive attitude. I keep on telling myself that I want to shrink it to become 1 hour 45 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour. I want to shrink it down to I can complete it by 30 minutes. That's my goal. It may be very achievable to normal people like you, but take note, I'm a patient. 30 minutes is my goal. So when my last one that I got it done before I discharged, I completed in 10 minutes. I'm damn happy about it because that's the level that I have to push myself. I will say it's a positive attitude that you have built into yourself that brings you there. Okay, it's not about this or that. It's your positive attitude that you tell yourself that what I need to do to myself to bring you there. Okay, nobody is going to help you. Nobody can help you. They can probably assist you by that little bit. That little bit is probably 10%, 20%, 30%. I give you the maximum. The rest of the percentage of 50, 70% is all on you. So take note, you are the one that you call the shots. You are the one that decides how you want to move from there. Okay, my part 3 is kind of funny. Yes, it is, but yes, that's how I push myself there. Thank you. Hi everyone, this is going to be my part 4 of my video, and it's going to be a very simple one. Definitely, I hope that it will be a very knowledgeable one to you, and hope you gain and learn something from this video as well. Okay, overall, let me do a little bit of summarize for you. After medical infected by the virus, okay, I got coma for 2 months, lying on hospital bed in a single ward fish tank vicinity program. Okay, nobody can see me. You're seeing me from the outside. Okay, after 2 months, I'm awakened. I try to wake up. I try to walk. I try to turn. All these are a difficult level to me. Very difficult. Very painful. Last but not least is that once you're done with that, I read a lot about meningitis because I want to improve my knowledge about this virus. I want to understand what this virus is about, and I want to understand that what can I do to myself after I getting this virus, because I can't reverse not to get this virus, correct? I can't, but I know that I can do things that to better myself, to get this away from myself. Virus is inside my body now. Virus is probably a little bit inside my body. How much, I don't know. Would I get it back next time? 10 years, 5 years? I got no idea. But I know that the virus is inside me. So the things that I'm going to do, or I have done since my discharge and still doing it today, is because I want to prolong it. I know that the virus will be back to me one of those days, but I just don't know when. I'm very sad, I'm unhappy, I don't like it, but I know that it'll be there. So, but I know that there are things that I could do to make it longer. Why do I say that? If it goes back to my very first video, if you realize that I got infected after my overseas trip on the 3rd week. Why? Because why? Every doctors or specialist will tell you, you'll probably get sick if you're not used to the country. When you come back to your home country, within 2 weeks, you'll know the answers, correct? But I got it on the 3rd week. And the doctors has been telling me that it's because of your body immune system, because I was an athlete. So he says that because of our body immune system, it helps you prolong a little bit. So if you try to think back of all these terms that's given to you, doesn't it sound encouraging? Because it makes me tell that I'm an athlete person. If not, I would have gotten infected in within 2 weeks. But I got infected on the later part. So let's look at it on the other angle. Does it sound happy? Yes, I do. So these are the kind of things that I could do. So on the summary point, on the end point, I just want to end in a way that whatever you are, whatever you have, or whatever gotten into you, okay, take note. There are things that you could do, because why? There's no way that you can reverse the time that I would not get this virus. There's no way that you can reverse or avoid it at all. You got it, face it, okay? Too bad, too sad. I got to be very honest to you. But you guys also be honest to yourself. You can do things for your own to make yourself a better tomorrow. Why? I am going to share with you is that what I did after discharge, I went to try walking, to jogging, swimming. I get back my competitive sport, which is volleyball. Okay, I played rugby during my young days. I got all these things. I've done it. None helps. Why? By the time when I do it, COVID hits. So when COVID hits, every place is locked down, every place is inaccessible. I can't do anything. The only thing I can do, one thing, walking or jogging. You choose. Which is I selected jogging. Why? Because I know that I can still do it. I don't like it, but I know that I still do it. I'm never a jogger, I can tell very honestly. I'm a volleyball competitive player, but I'm never a jogger. I don't like jogging at all. Okay, but I have to do it because I know that this is the only one activity that will help boost up my body. So if it's something that helps you boost up your body, what makes you want to think other things else? There's no special medicine that's gonna give it to you to make you what, like a Superman? I don't think so, right? Or what, Batman? Nothing. So you just have to keep improving on yourself. That's why I did jogging. And let me tell you what happens to my jogging. My first jogging, 2 kilometers only, okay? I used it 2 kilometers only. It took me 30 minutes to complete it. Okay? Inside the 30 minutes, I have 2 crash landing fall. When I say the crash landing is really like a movie, you run, you fall, you whatever stuff thing, your body rolls. Crash landing twice. I got cuts on my shoulders, I got cuts on my shins. Okay, and the cuts on my shoulder is not like it's really cuts. My shirt's torn. Okay, so just imagine this is the only 2, but take note, I got another 2. You do not know. Okay, I got fainted twice after my jog. After my jog, After my jog, as usual, you're tired, you took a rest, correct? I did the normal. I rest. The next moment, I took my first stand up. I blacked out instantly. Okay, I black out instantly, and I have that twice. I'm not glad, I'm not happy. Because why? I got no idea why this thing happens. Because I thought I'm discharged. I thought I should be at least fit to do the things I want. Yes, I'm doing it. But I have all those things that happens. So, but what I'm trying to share with you is that you fall down, which I did. You bring yourself up again, once, twice, thrice, I don't know, but you need to bring yourself up again and again and again. I am pretty glad today I finally make up my mind to do this video. I have been having this thought in my mind for the longest time, but I finally bring up the courage to do this video on my own, to share with you guys what I've been through, what I've been trying to, what I've tried. I don't know. I ask advisors everywhere to anywhere. Okay, I managed to find a group in Facebook that is all meningitis survivors. We try to share along everybody's path, how you did it, what you did it, data and stuff like that. We are not professional, we're not practitioners, we can't give you doctor's advice, but we can give you the way to recover, what you need to do to recover. I did my part, and I'm pretty glad that I am slightly, I will use the word 80%, 90% back to a normal human being. Why I might have a shortfall of 20%? Because I know that there's certain things inside my body is still not functioning well. It's 3 years, my fellow friends. It's 3 years from my first audio, and I still don't feel that I'm functioning well. I know that something is wrong inside my body. I don't know what to fix it. I asked my doctors, my therapy advisors. They all keep telling me is that there's no major stuff thing there. So I don't know. Since I got no answers to it, I gotta find my own answers, correct? So I've been doing jogging ever since. I had my fall, had my crash landing, had my coma, fainted twice. I have all those things, but I'm still doing it today. The only difference is that I don't do it like a marathoner. I don't do it like a professional runner. I only did a very short one, 5 kilometer, 6 kilometer. Probably sometimes if I'm not in the mood, I did a 3 kilometers jog. But the only difference is that every time I jog, I try to better out my previous personal time. Give an example. If let's say you use 30 minutes to run your 5 kilometers, I try to make sure that I'm 29 minutes for 5 kilometers, 28 minutes for 5 kilometers. So this is kind of positive attitude that I'm pushing inside myself to make it there. Am I doing the best? I don't know, but I know that I'm doing what is best for me. So you can do it, I can do it, we all can do it. I believe that we all can walk the same path together. Nothing is gonna fail you, because I believe that God give you a second life. Okay, take note, I went through coma. I think the last thing I'm not gonna end this, but I'm gonna end this very sadly, is that when I was in coma, okay, my doctors told my family that it all depends on him to be awake. That's the phrase that was brought to my family, and I know it after when I was awake. I can't tell you how sadly I was back then, how emotional I was back then as well. I'm getting emotional now, but it's kind of sad face that was shown to me of my family when they say that it's up to him to be awake. So can you imagine? It's 2 months, it may be 6 months, it may be 1 year that I'll be awake, and you wouldn't know when. So I'm emotionally sad, but I know that God given me this second life back, and I know that I gotta make better use of it. How am I gonna use it? I gotta do it my best. From family to friends, that's all I can do. I may not be working as a professional like you guys, earning top dollars like you guys, but I know that I need to do something back to the society, back to my family. These are the kind of things that I know that I need to achieve, because that's the second life that I was given back. So guys, let's do it together. Okay, I came from Singapore. I have this audio when I was in Singapore. I recovered back in Singapore. I'm Singaporean myself. If you need any advices or any sharing, feel free to share with us. I believe that we are all there for you. Okay, thank you. God bless. Good luck.
My last photo with a group of angels before I discharged. My first charity works after discharged. My first image changes after discharged. My way of showing appreciating to my angels' preparation work. That's when the hospital welcomes you.